It's the Center Fantasy Football Podcast.
Welcome to the party, pal! Yes! Yes! Yes, this is my favorite part of the game.
Analyzing all of the league matchups week to week.
You can't win!
Get him a body bag! Finish him!
That is a bit above average.
I said this sucks, and basically so do you.
And discussing the boom, bust, and hidden gem players throughout the league.
We ain't found shit!
What the hell is Brett Favre doing here?
I'm in town to play the Dolphins, you dumbass.
Dan Marino should die of gonorrhea and rot in hell. Laces out.
Touchdown!
And here's your host,
Allow myself to introduce myself.
David Harbatkin.
I see your burner team got 24 points taking out of the garbage can.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not happy.
Unbelievable.
All right. 5-4.
Jesus Christ. Oh, Dearness Johnson who went nuts?
Yeah, I know. All right. 5-4-3. Hello and welcome to the Center Fantasy Football Podcast for week. What is this? 6? Is this 6 already? I don't know. Sure, whatever. Episode 6, 5, whatever it is. Joining me on the program is the guy who cost me the victory by calling me before and sowing the seeds of doubt.
Here we go. What nonsense.
Yeah, what nonsense. As he titles himself Beasley down at the bottom to rub it in.
Did you put my name as Beasley?
I did not put your name as Beasley.
It's funny. Both of the other coaches on this podcast, I'm responsible for quote unquote their losses.
Yeah, because we listen to you. Don't ever listen to this man.
Coaches that have listened to me and taken my advice are 0-2.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Absolutely.
convenient for me.
I know. Don't listen to this man. And then the other one at the bottom, the commissioner of the league, fresh off his victory in the play-in game in soccer, Mr. Manny Friedman.
What's going on?
I have no idea what you did in football. I haven't even looked at this shit.
He won.
I was so angry at this last week. I can't even.
I won last week.
Did you?
Back, you have to be like Belichick. It's on to Cincinnati.
Oh, it is already on to Cincinnati, and Cincinnati's kicking our ass so far. Great.
I mean, I won this week, but that was after a painful loss the week before with ridiculous bench blunders. So
that happened here too.
It just made up for the pain. It didn't make it any better.
That was my fault again because I didn't tell you to play Andrew, right?
I can blame that on you.
It's ultimately, I'll take responsibility. All right, here you go. So, might as well start here. What was that headline? Did you see that headline? That was kind of funny. It was like off. Where is it? It was like offensively challenged. Oh, so that's whatever.
Are you? What are we looking at here? We're looking at your files.
Are you looking at my files? That's ridiculous.
Yes.
There we go. There we go.
Okay. So offensively challenged lightning rods come back to knock off the 16 L3s.
Wow.
So why don't you go through the game since you know so much about what's happening here?
Oh, me?
Yeah. Since you seem to know exactly what this team needs.
Well, I never said to take out. No, I'm not going through your game. I never told you to take out the guy. Enough. Just go through your own game. It was fine.
It was fine. I had left it alone, and then you're like, "Oh, are you staying with Beasley? Are you sure? Are you sure? I mean, AJ Brown's back."
That's it. That's all I said. For the record, that's all I said. AJ Brown is active. I don't know how that turned me into the scapegoat. That's it. I didn't say you must take out Beasley, you fool. All I said is AJ Brown is active, and that's all I said.
Mm-hmm. After we had the whole discussion the day before, and you're like, are you sure?
If you're guessing yourself this much when you play fantasy football, when you like took a test in high school, like, and you were deciding between two answers, you must have. Are
you seeing my files, by the way, or is this the actual?
No, this is actual.
This is
good.
the actual.
Okay, good.
I mean, like teachers in high school were like, if you're guessing between A and B and you're like 50-50, just go with your first instinct. And I think this is like where you struggle in fantasy football. It's like you have an instinct to play Beasley, but then like when someone tells you something, who doesn't have your best interest in this league, by the way, who won't, probably wants you to lose because he's competing against you.
Is my chief concern.
I think you should go with your instinct and not that. That's why Gronki Kong does so well, because he just sits in the shadows. He goes with his instinct
in the recesses of your mind.
Right, exactly. So you can't really take people's advice, especially in how competitive this league is.
Clearly.
So,
well, anyway, this was a crappy game. We had terrible performances all around, except from Taylor, and Hubbard was fine. I mean, this team is atrocious. But we still could have pulled it out had we played Beasley, which was left in 4 minutes up until the game. I also made a bench blunder in Font. Other than that,
there was also Font. Same situation. That could have won you the game with Font.
Yeah, but he was never really considered, and that came out of nowhere. So whatever. Anyway, that's it. Congratulations, Lightning Rods.
That's your review.
That's it.
That's your review. Someone else's.
I don't want to look at this disgusting mess of a game ever again. I don't want to think about it. We're moving Cincinnati.
Moving on, Belichick.
Mm-hmm. Moving on, Cincinnati.
We're on to Cincinnati.
On to Cincinnati. Okay, next.
All right.
We could do your game now. Which I'm actually, you could go over this, like you will be educating me about this game because I paid no attention to it.
Look at this, $1.49 for Freeman. Nicely done.
Yeah, it is nicely done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I finally got my two first with Allen and Diggs. That was nice, but I had to wait until the Monday night game. So I was down pretty much the entire day on Sunday. Had decent performances from Swift, Booker. I mean, I can't complain with over 10, considering Barkley was out. So I picked up Booker for the week. Couldn't bench Andrews again after his 40-point performance. Lamar looks like he's going after him. And I was surprised how easily they beat the Chargers this week. So that was a good 17 points from him. Couldn't bench Sutton as well. He was another bench blunder the week before, and he ended up backing it up with a nice 23-point performance. Tucker was good, and the Buffalo defense, I mean, they didn't give me anything, but, they've been terrific the past couple of weeks, so I had to play them. And I was down about, I think, like, I don't know.
No, you were down 25 heading into the Monday night.
25 going into Monday night, and Allen and Diggs came through for sure, so... it was good, and I was worried going into the game because Hill, he had Hill and Kelsey against a kind of a crappy Washington team. So for them to only have kind of 40 points combined was definitely, good for me. Nick and Jamie just has a lot of firepower. Like he has guys that can go for 40 to 50 points. Prescott, Hill, if Elliott has like a 3-touchdown game, that could be the case there. So overall, I feel like I kind of dodged a bullet. My top guys performed better than his, and I'll take the win.
I love Yahoo's review here. Hackettstown's finest overcomes starters goose egg. Come back to beat Nick and Jamie. Your defense got 0. Everybody else did well. They're focused on the goose egg from the Buffalo defense. Okay.
Also, I was a little bit worried considering Godwin only got 9 points after the Thursday night game. So I wasn't like that super confident going into the week, but my bench is quite solid actually. And it looks like Eugene's team with all the points on the bench.
Yep.
Oh.
You mentioned Beetlejuice. Now you know what's
Went
going to
after
happen.
him.
The
Went
candy.
after him. Here we go.
Here we go.
Mhm.
And you're playing him in soccer. You know that he's not going to take kindly to any of this.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right. I have. Yeah. Well, should we go?
All right,
to
Gaze said he was exhausted after this game.
Your
the
burner
battle for
team
first place?
Your burner team is a nuisance. First of all, that projected 117 was bull crap. I didn't fall for that for a second. For the burner team, it was nonsense.
He was like
All right.
keeling over at work because he was so exhausted after this
First
game.
of all,
Like,
I have a message for Gronki Kong. Don't think that I don't see what you do. Okay, I see all your moves. I see what you're doing out there in the league. This guy he means business this year. Okay, he's flying under the radar. He was 5-0. Now, granted, he just slipped. He's so slippery. He slipped past Nick. 2 points would have beat him. He slipped past Manny Friedman, who couldn't get the job done. Field goal would have beat him. But like you say, you want something done right, you have to go beat the crap out of them yourself. All right? I've been looking for this game since week 1, Gronki Kong. I've been gunning for this guy. We've both been making moves at 5 o'clock in the morning. Don't think that I don't see this guy up making moves. I make a move at noon. He makes a move at 12:05 and vice versa. I see what he does all week long. I've been watching this guy, okay? So to break down this game, I mean, I had him dead to rights. He was going to get smeared. He picks up Hurts for 27. He picks up this guy in Chicago for 19, this son of a bitch. And then he picks up Indianapolis for 15. This guy's a pro. All right? He made it close the entire time. I don't know what Manny's doing over there. All right, I've never seen this guy. We've never heard from this guy. It's Manny's alter ego. I don't know how he does it. He finishes up with 137. He made it close all the way to the end. We had to rely on King Henry to bust through with 35 points to beat this guy, even when his lineup is decimated, as Dave already sees this week coming up. This guy's a menace to society.
His kicker almost for a while was keeping pace with your players.
Look at this battle at the bottom. The kicker with 13 and the defense with 15. This guy's a pro. Okay, Manny brought in a pro. Probably paid somebody. Probably went on to fantasyfootball.com and hired somebody. A true professional, right? This guy is good luck, Dave. That's all I have to say. Good luck with the guy. This guy's a real problem. You get to deal with them this week. That's all I have to say about this.
I had him on a bad week, actually. I still couldn't get the job done, but I think my bench outscored his team that week. I mean, I had crazy bench blunders. It was just devastating.
Oh, I'm already feeling the brunt of him so far, and it's just a Thursday.
Thursday night game by the third string running back.
Yeah, great.
This guy is a menace.
When did he pick up that running back?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Yesterday. I don't know what he's reading. You better tell me where he gets his info from when you visit him. I want you to rummage through his desk drawers. I know this guy's getting this info from. He's been right on the money every time. All right, that's all I have to say about this mess. On to the next game.
All right. Oh wait, we can't talk about that yet. Let's go. No, not yet. No. We're gonna save him for last. Cyberdyne gets his ass whooped.
Has he lost 3 straight?
I don't know.
Started off 3-0.
This is an ass whooping. See, this one they say Tilla Trey knocks off the St. Louis Blues. They don't mention the goose egg from Randall Cobb over there on Cyberdyne, or the goose egg for his defense either. Clearly, Yahoo does not like.
Some goose eggs are more important than others.
Yeah, he almost has a baker's dozen of goose eggs. I mean, Murray with 33. I mean, what are with these quarterback scores this year? I mean, and like it seems like this last week, everybody's quarterback score was right about even as their opponents. But yeah, so 34, 33. So Jefferson with 14, but then a goose egg from Randall Cobb. Evans doesn't get that many points, 4.7 and 13 from Chase. But he just kept piling on. 19 from Robinson, 24 from Henderson, 12 from Schultz, 17 from Cooks, 9 from Butker, and 16 from the defense. Yeah, Eckler had a bad game, only 9.5, as did that whole what do you call it? Chargers team 26.3 from Mixon. That was good. I mean, Henry got 10, 16 from Brown. There were my points. There were the points. What?
Did Cobb even play? Did Randall Cobb get any targets? Did he pull an Aguilar?
I don't know. I mean, it says nothing.
He didn't even get a target. Great choice.
The computer system malfunctioned. There was a computer virus in that one. AJ Green, though, I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. Tillage is still, and then he still had Beckham on his bench, who we wanted to rent out this week.
We won't even get into that. We're not going to entertain that.
And then, yes, that's it. So he's the new Blockbuster Video.
Mm-hmm. Of course, he's not even here to hear any of this. So what does it matter?
Yeah, I think he's one of the ones that watches the podcast. Actually.
Oh, does he? Okay.
I think so. I think he's a fan. I don't know.
All right.
We'll get to somebody that we know listens to the podcast who is devastated that we.
Look at this score.
Oh, he's back to the Mighty Whalers again. Oh, he's no longer the disgruntled one. He's mighty again. At 2-4, 157.84 to 127.58 to Zmart, who he
who he had his way with, but we won't go into that either. That's old news. His hiney is healed up now. It's ready to play.
Yeah. So 33.24 points for Stafford. I mean, that's not a Zmart player. Let's see. What did the Zmart guys do? Devontae Adams, 12.9, so not that great. Hopkins was good, 20.5. Aaron Jones, he got from me, so yeah, feel good about that.
On Thursday night with a beating from Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, 30.7 for Fournette.
Is he even 30 points all season?
I don't think so. I mean, no. I mean, okay, look at that. He's actually been okay. Mm-hmm. Ricky Seals-Jones with 15 points. Claypool with only 3.7. Zerline, the kicker, 20 from his defense and kicker combo. Look at that. Zamunda, on the other hand, only 13 from Jackson, who wasn't there to bail him out. But the Lamb Cooper thing, 46 points. Look at that. Ooh.
That's it there now, yeah.
The other Harris with 17.8.
Harris Williams with 20. I
23.
mean, Nick, baby, what is Nick doing over here?
I don't know. He's not doing anything at tight end or flex. But other than that, I mean, Ruggs with 18. Thielen, he gets trade.
This is what I don't understand. You
benches Thielen.
Exactly. So
he traded for Thielen. That was the only
right. This is your guy, and then you bench him.
That was the only guy. That was the only name in any of those trades, and he benches him 29 point, and he gets 29.8 points.
So add another 20, and he's still 10 points shy, though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
No, you add. So what is it? 29? If he played him in flex,
24. Add 24, right? So what's 24 and 27? It would have been close.
Yeah.
That puts him in the neighborhood, and then anybody else? Mm-hmm. Let's see, Arnold, the quarterback, instead of there's another 4, but I would have tied it.
But he's not like Darnold, but Ruggs instead of Cooper. I mean, he had. I mean,
Ruggs instead of Cooper, you have the win. I mean, his favorite Raiders guy plus Thielen. I don't know why are these people on the bench. You love the Raiders. You love Thielen. I mean,
for Smith, for Devonta Smith.
I mean, he did get 127, so that's a respectable score. But
yeah, but you can't be benching Thielen.
Not if he's the only one in the trade.
Not for Devonta Smith against the Bucks of all teams. It's not like they're playing the Dolphins or the Jaguars. I mean, they're playing a good defense on a Thursday. He played on Thursday night and he's in the flex. I mean, there's so many bad things about that flex play. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Who did they play? The Vikings played Carolina, right? I guess he didn't like the matchup.
Yeah, they played Carolina.
Yeah, would you prefer Vikings against the Panthers or the Eagles versus the Bucks on Thursday night?
Yeah, and I mean, Whalers could have really piled it on had he played Waddle.
Yeah. But Waddle is like when you have Hopkins, Adams, and Claypool, I mean, I would bench Waddle too. if I had
I
Lamb,
wouldn't this
Cooper,
week. I would
Devonta
play
Thielen.
Waddle instead of Claypool this week. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, probably. But that's at least
17 from Shepard also, by the way.
Requires a thought.
This
The
guy,
Thielen benching just doesn't even require a thought. It's like he didn't even check.
It's just I don't know. After all the trading shenanigans, that's the one guy you got that was positive out of the whole fiasco, and you sit him on the bench for Devontae Smith. I mean, you should have just traded him to hockey.
Yeah. Oh well.
Well, the end result was the same, regardless of who was started.
Which brings us to our biggest fan.
Our only fan.
Our biggest fan. It's not our only fan, but our biggest fan.
Biggest fan.
Who ended up winning. What was the difference in his win? Ooh. Where did he get that guy?
Where did he get Najee Harris from?
I don't know. Weird.
It's bizarre how he has superstar roster.
Yeah, and nobody on the bench. Nobody scored on the bench. Ooh, so if he doesn't have Najee Harris, that's a very different game. So it's 115.60 to 103.30. I mean, Herbert doing poorly hurt him. I mean, this was just a battle of
anybody who went with Chargers this week got screwed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Collins, he's the backup to Carson, I think, right? Yeah. Stevenson, who was that?
That was a good pickup by hockey. That was shrewd.
Who is that?
That's a Gronki Kong move. That's the New England back.
Who's projected for 2.28 points? Wow, that's impressive. 10 for Waller, 7.4 for Higgins. It just falls off a cliff after that. After Harris, Kareem Hunt, who went down on IR also.
Notice all of like Eugene's original non-Shafto players did horrid.
Yeah.
Everybody that he's responsible for owning did horrendous.
But Nick's team did great. Nick won over here.
It was funny. Had Nick played him this week, he would have beat him 127 to 115. That would have
been. He
He
played the wrong guy that he traded with. He needed to play this trading opponent, as opposed to the to the Whalers.
Yeah, his favorite Redskins aren't doing so hot.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady, Barkley was out with an injury, and then is this the same team that we penciled into the championship? What happened to this Eugene team overnight? What am I looking at here?
I don't know.
You better start Shafto trading again because things are looking. Is this the same? Did I have Coke bottle glasses on or something? What happened?
I don't know. Everybody.
Team.
I don't know. Everybody better start clenching their cheeks.
Where is the super team that we saw before that was loaded up and down? Let's have him on a call going to the gym defending this roster.
He will. He won. He doesn't care.
All right.
Whatever. All right.
Opponent, Dr. Hockey, who snake bit.
Oh, yeah, Dr. I mean, his season, he's playing for $5 a game.
I mean, poor Dr. Hockey.
I mean, he's not eliminated yet, but,
I mean, when you get to the 5, so you have the extra game this
year.
So
it used to be 7.
7 was our thing. Is 8 now the new thing, like 6 and 8? Because it's not even anymore. Because you can't go 7,
I don't know where you would be.
I think, 6 and 8, I think you're out. I think it's going to be 5 and 7. Oh, wait, 5 and 7, 6 and 7, 13s. Because
is it 4? It's 14.
You can do one game. You can do one extra loss, right?
I would think, yeah, right.
But it's not
I don't know.
Right?
What?
What's the cutoff? You think?
I think it's. I think 8.
6 and 7.
I think 8 would cut you off because then you're what? What you're looking at? 6 and 8.
That's what I'm saying. So you think 6 and 8's the new borderline to get into the playoffs? Like that's the absolute.
Yeah, I think if you get 8, I mean, what?
I think if you have 8 losses, you're in trouble.
Yeah, because otherwise you could still be 7 and 7. That's 500. That's not.
Yeah, 7 and 7 probably gets the 6th seed. I would be surprised.
There's such a huge difference between like 6 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Unless the league is very top heavy, then 6 and 8 could potentially get you in. But
I mean, he hasn't reached it. Like if he were to win out right now, he would still be 8-5.
You're asking for somebody who's 1-5 to win out. Now that's so where hockey is right now. I'm going to tell you right now. This is classic Hagler territory. This is where the Haglers turn it on.
Right. So
around the 1-5 mark.
Exactly. So and he has an extra game to do it. I think 8 is where. I mean, we'll have. I mean, this is something that
let's say on the show right now. Who has a better chance of making it? The Wakanda Panthers or Z-Mark? Both are 1-5. Who do you think right now? I want predictions. Who's got the better shot at making the playoffs? Or do both teams not make it?
I think Wakanda has a slightly better team. I like the twofers with Herbert and Williams. Antonio Brown actually has been quite good.
Both are very similar in points.
I mean, they're both at the bottom. I think Wakanda does. They have about the same amount of point total. I mean, I think it's got to be Wakanda.
Yeah. Also, they've had tough matchups. Like both of them have had the most.
You know what, guys? I'm going to go against the grain here. I'm going to say Z-Mart.
You think Z-Mart has a better chance?
He's been putting up the points. I mean, he's just been unlucky in his opponents, but Dr. Hockey's barely cracking 100.
No, but I think no. He barely cracked 100 this time because Herbert had a bad game. When Herbert's on, I mean, look at what he did the week before.
Both of those teams are outscoring you, Dave.
Oh, I'm terrible this season. I am atrocious this season. What is that? Is that Gronki Kong scoring on me again?
Yeah,
no,
Kong, you have to say?
I am atrocious this season. There is the fact that I'm in 9th. I think that's and frankly, I could have been in 4th had I just done that, which is amazing that was even possible. No, I'm atrocious. I'm terrible.
I'm going to say Nick Zaveri. He's putting up the points somehow with his receivers and his running backs. He's just been playing the wrong team. Like, look at who Nick Zaveri would have beat this week. With his 127, he would have done better than quite a few teams.
But he did.
Look how many. Well, that's this week's thing, but he would have.
No, it's here.
Oh no, here we go. Yeah, his 127 would have beat how many teams? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ooh, would have even beaten Nick and Jamie. Look at that.
6. He would have beat 6 there. And how many teams would Dr. Hockey have beaten this week? With 103. No.
Nobody.
Literally nobody. So I'm telling you guys, I like where Nick is going. And Dr. Hockey, questionable.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. All right. Let's take a break. And then we'll come back on the other side looking forward to the next week's games. And
oh, by the way, that TV in the background for Friedman, that doesn't show you the scale of how big that is. That is an 80-inch TV. That's as big as somebody's bed.
No, it's not. This is my bedroom TV.
Oh, you're in the other.
Oh, is that why you only tried to show the top half of your face so that we could all see the gigantic TV that you're bragging about? I don't know why
the camera is on this iPad. Like the way I'm lying down and the position of the.
Would you like has a TV that's as big as people's garage doors? In his living room, by the way.
I have no garage door.
You can't even watch it. It's like watching people.
No, this one's not that big.
It's not that big? How big is the TV?
55.
55 is not that big.
No, the one in my living room is 85.
85.
That's pretty big.
You can't even watch a game because you can't see the whole
thing. That is big.
They should, are they life-size players?
They are. They're like life-size.
The video game TV is 65 inches.
Did you play soccer on that? On the 85?
I played that on the 65 in the basement.
So you have 65 also. You're just trying all variations. So the 55 is your small TV.
That's my small one, yes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know I think that's a 32 over there. I definitely have a 50 in my bedroom, and I think there's a 50 out in the living room. I don't know. I know, Geese, you still have 3. Are you still rocking the 3?
Yeah, but they're like yours.
Like,
they have to
like the college ones? Do you still have the college?
Tiny, yeah, just to fit in the room.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Taking a break.
All right.
Be right back right after this. Welcome back. Would you say this is on to your favorite part? This is my halftime. This is my favorite part of the show.
It's my favorite part of the game.
All right. Well, we just did standings. Why do you care about the standings again?
Oh, then never mind. Move on.
Yeah, I mean, it's transactions. It's what we should be doing, right?
Let's see what the transactions are. Let's keep a close eye on Gronki Kong.
Well, there he is, right over there. I mean, so the free agent bidding for this week.
Oh my
he
God!
Money for that.
How did he outbid him by $1 for Dearness Johnson? That's crazy.
Oh, Eugene wanted him too. Look at that. Yeah, by $1. 21. That's not going to cut it there.
That cost somebody 24 points. That was a costly $1. That's
Eugene, you should have spent the $1. I would have lent it to you. Can I lend him the $1? Like rent him $1?
It just seems like Gronki Kong pushes all the right buttons to outbid someone who scores 21 points by $1.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
$10 for the New England defense. Who are they playing? Are they playing the Jets this week? Is that why that's happening?
Yeah.
And he didn't even outbid Nick and Jamie. He just had higher waiver priority. Lightning Rods picked up Kenyon Drake.
Okay.
For $0, outbidding him for the lower waiver priority.
I almost got that too.
And I outbid you for Tua. Because I mean, he's questionable. I'm not even that thrilled about Tua, but he was literally like the only serviceable
one of the and I think who's Miami playing? They have a good matchup this week.
Atlanta.
They're playing Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's $7 for the Rams defense. He was going to load up this week.
No, but that was last week.
Was it last week or this coming up?
No, that's October 13th. So that was last week. Because Tillett won that, and he used.
The thing about Tua is that you can't even trust him to be healthy for a game.
I know. Plus,
so
he already
brittle.
picked up his backup, which is Deshaun Watson, right?
Right.
He knew about that trade before anybody.
Maybe before everybody else. Man, you got to go in there, rummage through his desk drawers. I want to know what this guy knows, how he's finding out this information.
Go hire Daniel Craig. He's not doing anything right now. We need Bond on it. Get Bond on this.
If you dropped a missile on his head, sorry to spoil it. For
Well, I mean, Gronki Kong has a quarterback, issue on his team because Wilson is hurt.
Does he really have an issue?
Well,
Wilson had 27 last week.
Well, yeah. So he's kind of streamlining quarterbacks right now. So that's why he's going after Deshaun Watsons and that kind of thing. Like I wouldn't even do that kind of research because I have Allen, but like he you got to keep an eye on him because he's doing, like his quarterback situation isn't great.
Only because Russell Wilson went down.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. All right.
On to this week's match.
I mean, I guess there are the full-on transactions, not just that. I mean, there's the want to rent a player, which set off a firestorm.
Right.
Which I wasn't even getting involved in. I loved how he wanted. He's like, "What is Dave think?" Trust me, I gave him the Weinberger line. I have no responsibility here whatsoever, and I don't. It's the one league that I'm not actually a commissioner of. You could take the brunt. Enjoy that. So where do we have?
Is Gronki Kong going to be on the show next week? Are you visiting him, Manny?
Yeah, I'm going over there. So we might just be on for like the first part of the podcast.
All right, wear a wire. Wear a wire, Manny.
Why?
We want to broadcast from his desk. Like, just do a Geraldo Rivera and just go into his vault.
It probably will be at his desk.
Perfect. Open it up and show it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There's nobody of interest here.
Nope.
I don't know. All right. let's. How long are you going for? How is this going to
Couple
affect
days.
soccer? Am I going to hear from Eugene? I'm going to get texted from Eugene all the time. Where's Manny? Manny doesn't want to play. I don't know. Understand? He's ducking me.
It's just a couple of days. It's just Wednesday through Friday.
Great. And he has depositions on Monday, so you better play at least 2 games on Tuesday before my phone blows up. It's already starting to blow up.
All right, we'll maybe play 2 this weekend, and then 2.
He's preparing for some deposition on.
Is he going to the
weekend.
Hamptons on the weekend?
No, he has to. He. I don't know. I don't know what's happening with, but he's got depositions. He said or something. I'm sure somebody has to be deposed because they got run over by an old lady got hit by a truck. So he's ready to cash in. It's Christmas in October. Somebody got hit.
Okay, so we'll save the fan for last, but we've also got the matchup we just talked about. It starts here, gentlemen. Zamunda hockey.
Jesus, yeah.
Oh wow, they're playing.
The
Wow, we should save that for last. This is their week.
Starts now, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Well, all right, we'll just start here.
Climb from the basement. Somebody has to win.
Wow, I mean, what a week for these two. They're playing they're playing each other in soccer. They haven't played in the postseason in 20 whatever years since what did we say? And now they're playing for the Battle of the Basement. Look at this.
Battle of the Basement.
And hockey takes a slim 3-point lead off of Thursday night.
Look at the original predictions and look at the live. It's already slunk down to 115, 114.
Yeah, started at 122. No, he's still treading water. He's still above.
Yep.
This is the appropriate week to bench Thielen.
This is the appropriate week to bench Thielen. Why? Because he's on a bye.
Because he's on a bye.
So is Lamb. So is Lamb and Cooper. His entire trade is on a bye this week.
Hockey caught the basement trash at their lowest.
Yeah, the entire trade is on a bye.
Yeah.
So hockey needs to. I mean, he has some. I mean, but so is Sherbert, and so is. I mean, who cares about Marvin Jones? Oh, Williams too. I mean, obviously, yeah. So I mean,
and Higgins has a tough matchup against Baltimore. This could be a very low-scoring game.
Yes, Wentz is who he's going with at quarterback versus Lamar. That's quite a mismatch. AJ Brown against. Oh, he's hanging with Mr. Smith.
No, Antonio Brown.
Yeah, that's what I said. Isn't that what I said? That's
AJ Brown.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Browns.
No, I did mean Antonio. I did know. Okay, yes, that's what was in my head. But no,
things off with Patrick for 3.6. Look at the firepower.
So Ruggs has got to overcome that. I think he can. Harris and Williams, this new running back tandem over there, and
I thought McKissick was on your team. You picked him up after I dropped him. How did he end up on Wakanda?
McKissick has been bandied about this league like a common $2 whore.
And then Kamara returns for hockey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Waller, can he beat him with his own Raider going against his own Giant? So hockey is a Giants fan, and Nick is trying to beat him.
What has Ingram even done this year? I have not heard a peep out of this guy in 6 weeks. Has he done anything? Does he even have a total of 10 points?
Yeah, because he had 9.5 1 week, but other than that, he's really trying to get up to that 10 point. He doesn't have 20, does he? He doesn't have 20. Well, let's see. 9.5 plus 7, that's 16 plus 5, 21. He doesn't, so under 25 for the season.
So many people have passed through Nick's hands. He gave Manny Cook, right? Jared Cook, the tight end who's been doing kind of well. He's once on Nick's team.
Man,
well, that's the guy you told me to start instead of Andrews.
Oh, so much
how that happened.
Horses ass Mike Davis. There's the trade from the Whalers. Here's a chance for it to pay off.
I think if Wakanda offered Nick a trade for Waller for CeeDee Lamb, Cooper, and Thielen, he might take it. He loves himself some Raiders.
Yeah, but at this point, does he? I don't know if he would. He's been shamed. He's been publicly flogged.
Well, if Nick can win this week, that's pretty impressive because his whole Dallas team's out. Thielen's out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's just look at the combined matchup here.
Yeah, but I mean, the Wakanda, I mean, they're pretty bad, and they've already only scored 3.6.
They've already spotted him basically a player.
Yeah, don't spend $104 on a running back if you want to be successful.
I think Nick wins this. I'm looking at this. I think Nick wins this.
Well, the 3.6 points really kind of
as a fantasy coach.
Yeah, but I mean,
helps him.
That's where you build your foundation, right? So why do you spend $104 on Kamara when you're going to surround him with this putrid rubbish? That is Dr. Hockey's lineup. Look at.
Yeah, but I know. I mean, look,
Waller's fine. He's just click on Waller. I mean, he started off red hot. Is he even like double digits? Seems to be like.
I mean, he's getting about double digits.
Yeah, but he's tapered
one of the
off.
best players in the league.
I don't know. I mean, whatever.
What
Look,
are Kamara's numbers?
Well, he had a bye, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but prior to that,
and he got Jameis throwing it to him. He had a couple of games where Jameis didn't even look at him, and he doesn't check it down. Jameis.
Yeah.
He suffered
he's
this
been
season.
good, but not 100.
And then you got Michael
Henry
Thomas coming back
numbers.
too, so Kamara's value is just sinking.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I think that Smith is a weak point, but other than that, I think
I like Nick in this matchup.
I do too. I think Nick is
too.
I think he has a real quarterback as opposed to Wentz. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Nick.
I think Dr. Hockey owns the basement. He's in sole possession of dead last after this week.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody has to be.
Yep. All right. Moving on. I don't know. We could go my game.
All right.
Putrid mess of a disgustingness.
Already Gronki Kong shenanigans.
Yeah, so already getting outplayed.
By $1. That score's on there because of $1.
Yep, 24.8 to 8.9. And he's already, the live projection is already 135 to 121. Great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is
this guy never comes in under projection.
Plus on top of that, so then, I mean, we have Woods and Kupp going against each other in the same game, so screw me. Tyler Lockett versus DJ Moore. I mean, did Moore finally have a bad game, kind of? Because he kept dropping everything when I looked on. Yeah, so it's been two games where he's, but I mean, I still don't trust that guy, especially against the Giants. Come on. Taylor versus
Lockett
Herbert
actually hasn't been that good recently. It's Metcalf who's been getting more.
Exactly. Especially, well, I mean, Geno Smith's in there throwing it to him anyway. So
exactly. Jonathan Taylor has been excellent though.
He's been fantastic lately.
You see this Herbert on Gronki Kong. Look at his stats.
Well, he
didn't
even
last game.
Khalil Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at this. This guy's done nothing, and then Gronki Kong goes and gets him, and he gets 19 just out of nowhere.
Yep.
Montgomery's out.
Type of guy that you're playing.
Montgomery's out.
Montgomery.
Yeah, he's in the hospital for Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah. That right. Happened. So, that's exactly when Nick made when Eugene made the trade, when he was on the stretcher.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look. I mean, even the benefit, which would be the running back situation, he's already kind of eclipsed it with 24. So I mean, as good as Taylor's been, that could just keep pace. And then I gotta hope that the Herbert guy doesn't do anything. I mean, Hubbard has been okay, but he's not been, like that fantastic. Plus, McCaffrey went into IR, so fantastic there.
I mean, Allen Robinson's the only chink in his armor.
For now, until he picks up somebody else. But it's not like I have Cab Calloway over there, like, hidey. Oh,
yeah, and he picked up Yahoo.
Yeah, my old kicker.
So yeah, he's gonna go for 20. You watch this guy. This guy's a menace. I'm just glad I don't have to play him anymore. Yeah, this guy. He's a menace.
So yeah, I'm going to pick him. I always pick my opponent anyway, but I actually.
Yeah, I mean, if you had a decent, top tier quarterback, I could see you winning, but not with Tua, who's probably going to get hurt in the second quarter.
Yeah, you think that's the? I mean, you were going for him. You think that's the?
You were going for him yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was the best.
You say the same thing.
Well, because he was the best that there was to offer. Probably him and Carr, and he had a good matchup. But
yeah, who are you playing? Oh, you got Allen anyway. What does it matter? Oh, he's off. Who are you playing as your quarterback?
Winston.
That's top tier.
No, it's terrible. I would have preferred probably Carr first, Tua second, and then
You want me to rent you
Winston third. Huh?
Let's not get into that.
All right.
All right, I pick Gronki Kong. That's my lock of the week, actually. He's a menace.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
All right, moving on to your Jameis Winston game right here. Winston versus Carr. Oh, look at that. Of course, Cyberdyne goes and picks up Carr.
Yeah.
I mean, he has the edge in quarterback. Kirk and AJ Green. Is that who that is? Who is that?
Mm-hmm.
AJ Green.
Has he done anything?
Last game he had a big game.
Yeah. So AJ Green and AJ Brown, the battle of the AJs. This one is AJ, right? Okay. Sutton already has 11. Oh, yes. This game is already somewhat underway. So you have two players that equal his two kind of players with the Denver defense and
4 Broncos in this game.
Sutton and Gordon. Oh, your buddy Gordon.
Melvin Gordon, yeah.
Yeah, I had that one touchdown that saved my ass.
Going with Andrews.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Definitely not going to listen. Geese, do you have any advice for him on who we should play at tight end?
No, I'm going to let him choose. I'm going to let both of you choose from now on. I'm not giving either of you any advice. I want to be the scapegoat each week.
I have some advice for you. I'll give you some advice later. All right. And then Goodwin versus the fullback. Jessic. I can't ever say his name, but whatever. You should beat Cyberdyne here. Come on. He's not even playing.
Yeah,
he doesn't ever look at his lineup. He doesn't care about football stuff.
I mean, he's playing the fullback in San Francisco. I mean, I guess he has everybody on a bye.
Anything. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of guys on a bye. I mean, if this is the week to play Cyberdyne, this is I think I got a good week.
Yeah, especially
the fact that I don't have my, Allen and Diggs.
Yeah, that's like your bet. And your defense, by the way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
or they should maul Cincinnati. You should be fine.
Yeah. I think I feel pretty fairly confident in being able to call this one for the finest. Okay, moving on to should we move on to your team and we'll give you some advice here, Geese, on what to do?
Yeah.
I think you should.
First off, let me just say this team has no defense, and I mean that literally. Usually people say that in video games. This is literal. We're not playing a defense.
Are you not going to go with a defense?
We don't have room for defense.
Okay. So. I mean, he only got 5 from his defense anyway, so you're under projected. Yeah. I mean, like you might want to pick up a defense.
It's the lowest projection of the year.
I don't know. You got Matty Ice at Miami against Matt Jones against the Jets. Hollywood Brown for Seattle.
There's no Dak and no Zeke, which is nice, but they still have Hill and Kelsey.
Oh, you love yourself some Clam Crowder. You're going with him again.
That's it. Everybody else is that's all we can do this week. This is going to be a bad week.
Oh yeah, that's right. And your bench is like packed to the gills, right?
Packed to the gills. Can't lose anybody, and
yeah, Madison,
we have eyes all over the place. Like, we're screwed.
I mean, is T.Y. Hilton playing?
He's potentially going to be out with a quad injury. That's it.
I'd rather have him with a bad quad than Clamp Crowder.
He loves himself some Clam Crowder. I mean,
he had one good game,
but you love him anyway. He's your lover.
I've been waiting for him.
I know.
Come back.
Yeah.
Can you start Patterson in the receiver?
Yeah, we have no running backs. They're on a bye. Cook is on a bye.
Hey, who else do you have on the bench?
Nobody.
Mitchell.
Elijah Mitchell.
Mitchell, this guy. No.
Why does he still have a bench spot then?
No.
Pick up a defense and drop his ass.
No. He's not touching the field.
He's not touching the bench.
I mean, he's not touching the field. I'm gonna take a look, I guess, on some reviews.
I mean, really, you're like, I'm bursting at the gills. I have no room for anybody. I gotta hold on to Mitchell.
I gotta see what he does. I mean, him and Sermon are in the backfield together.
I'll show you what he does. Nothing. I mean, like,
well, he had a shoulder injury the other 2 games, and then a bye. I mean, it's just inconvenient.
I mean, what else? Yeah, no reason to play defense when you have Mitchell there. Gotta hold on to that guy. All right.
Well, we have to overcome 5 points. We might be able to sneak by.
I would play Patterson in the receiver hole, and then.
I mean, they keep playing Hines here. I mean, he's been like, why?
Oh wait, yeah, he did have 18.9, and then let's not give them any advice. Play Hines. It's a good deal. It's a good move. Well, they don't have anybody else. Let's look at their bench.
I mean, and Bolden.
Look at their bench. They don't have anybody.
Bolden.
I mean, my God, Bolden is there. So there's going with Hines and Bolden. Do you think that their running back core gets 10 points? How are they favored to beat you with this running back core?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on in this.
I mean, and even their projections are 8-4, and they're still projected to outplay you. Jesus,
by a lot too, not just by
Hill and Kelsey.
I guess, yeah.
If they don't have Kelsey, they don't even make 50 points.
I mean, you have Henry. I mean, Henry can. I mean, like.
Well, Debo against Crowder. That's.
I don't know what's going on with this projection. I think that
17.
And Matt Jones is their core. I'm picking. This is my upset of the week. The Hagglers are going to win this game. I mean, I don't understand what's going on here. Like,
Kansas City as ball, when they can't stop the run. So Henry is going to go nuts next week. King Henry is going to go crazy.
Yeah.
So plus Ryan against Miami, he's good for at least 20. Brown is a good play. Patterson should be fine. With him, it's just Hill and Kelsey, and maybe Debo, but that's it. Everyone else is garbage.
Yeah, Jacoby and Myers has gotten.
Who's even throwing to him in San Francisco? Is any? I mean, because Lance is out. Isn't like Garoppolo injured?
I think he's back.
Is he back?
Uh-huh.
He's been really good this year, Debo.
Plus, it's what is that? A Monday night game? I hate that. Or Sunday night?
It's a Sunday night game.
Sunday night. It's a crappy ass Sunday night game.
Do they have anybody on Monday night? Because that'd be very inconvenient.
It's New Orleans versus
Seattle. Nobody.
Yeah, Seattle. Because most of my games are actually, I think I have like one early Sunday game, and that's it. Like I think my game, for example, most of it takes place late.
Why the hell are the Niners and the Colts on Sunday night? That's a crappy Sunday night game.
Yeah, I mean, Nick and they can't help it. They have all buys and IR. There's no, they can't play anybody else. This is their lineup.
Yep. All right. Well, moving on to the next game. Whalers versus Tillit-Trey.
This is actually a good battle here. Both of these teams put up 157, 151 last week. Let's see what happens. Good projections this week. Tillit-Trey kicking off with he's no Njoku.
With only 3.8 though.
What's his tight end situation? What could he have gone with? What's the bench look like?
Let's see. Schultz, and then Thomas, he's on IR. Yeah, I mean,
there was nobody to go with.
I mean, look, Darrell Henderson is good, and Chase Edmonds is good also. I mean, you still got Evans and Ridley. I mean, Evans is, he hasn't been that great, right? But he's got Kyler Murray throwing. I'm not throwing him, but like Kyler Murray. Wow, Evans has been good. Never mind, I take that back. Withdrawn. Stafford versus Detroit is old team. I mean,
that's be ugly.
I know, a rivalry game. Stafford's gonna do well.
Kyler Murray's been on fire. He's MVP candidate though.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's going at Houston, so that's gonna be firepower at the quarterbacks. Hopkins versus Houston. You want to talk about
Adams
another
Jones. Oh my goodness.
another revenge game?
Ooh.
I mean, plus it's Kyler Murray throwing to DeAndre Hopkins, so there's gonna be points there. Devontae Adams versus Washington. They don't even have a secondary. Like what the? I mean, that guy, he's gonna go off. I gotta give you gotta give this to Whalers.
Looks pretty tough.
I mean, those top three are going to be enough to. I mean, even the top four. I mean, those and then Fournette. I mean, against Chicago. I mean, these matchups for the Whalers are just too good for this week. I think the Whalers takes this.
Yeah, I agree.
The projections are damn close. Why is it so close?
I don't know. I mean, because Tillett has. Because I don't think the projections are taking into account the fact that a lot of these are revenge games, and that these guys are going to go off.
Tillett's got. I mean, this is going to be a good game. This is the matchup of the week right here.
I think it's Zamunda versus Wakanda, but you could say whatever
that's
you want.
Fun match. That's fun.
Kyler Murray has been terrific this year.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? That's too close to call.
I don't think it's too close.
Njoku wasn't great, but
I don't think it's too close to call. I think Whalers
matches it. I mean, he's hard too.
I think Whalers wins this rather easily, and not because of anything bad that Tillett's doing. I just think that Whalers has the matchup edges right here, and Kyler Murray will do well, but he's going to be throwing to DeAndre Hopkins, especially in Houston for a revenge game.
Yeah, that's looking like
every other team has like a lot of buys, but these two teams, like their top guys are all playing, so it makes for a very good matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Which brings us to the last
the
fan, the best.
He's got a tall order this week. Lightning Rods has been putting up decent points.
Has he?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't put up decent points against me. Lightning Rods put up shit last week. I just couldn't overcome his little fucking. I mean, I almost beat him with Beasley. I mean, that's pretty bad. Like, no. Lightning Rods.
Mahomes Rodgers. Look at this matchup at quarterback. Whew.
Yeah, I mean, it's the State Farm. But Rodgers is going against Washington, so obviously. Oh, but Mahomes is going against Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so those are two, whatever. McLaurin going against Green Bay, so he's going to be watching that game intently. Metcalf versus New Orleans. We'll see. I mean, Geno Smith has been a downgrade for that team completely. I mean, what did he get? Like 7 points. It was minuscule what he got last week. 11. Yeah, it was Lockett that got 7. Yeah, so I don't know. Anderson versus Pittman Jr.
Yeah, this Pittman Jr. move. That's what's going on with that.
I think it's because of what's his name?
Why with the injury?
Yeah, I would think so. I don't know. Josh Jacobs versus Gaskin. Mark Ingram versus why is Mark Ingram in there? Does he? He's got an empty.
Mark Ingram. What's going on with Ingram? This is a curious play by Eugene.
Higbee versus Hawkinson. I think Hawkinson.
Does he have buys or injuries? What's the bench?
He's got to have. I mean,
do you have something up his sleeve here?
So Barkley is questionable. I think he's waiting for Barkley, like the decision on Barkley.
Gibson is questionable, and then the buy for the guy he shafted Nick for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's nobody else. I guess that's where you go with.
Yeah. And all of his IR players were in the Denver versus Cleveland game. I mean, yeah, heavy buys right here also.
Yeah.
So these are basically the teams that they're stuck with. I mean, Eugene, it's clear that Eugene is waiting to find out if Barkley can play or if Gibson can play.
Yeah, for the flex spot, yeah.
He
literally has nobody else to put in.
No, I know, and he's got no bench space either. And he's only, I mean, if they're both ruled out, then
he's have to go into free agency.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to be. He's going to have to drop somebody.
Oh, that's why that dollar loss to Gronki Kong in the bidding was so devastating.
Yeah.
That was his guy.
Yep. God, this is.
I gotta go with the lightning rods here.
I mean, but keep in mind he doesn't have a flex player yet, which he will definitely pick one up, or he'll just plug in Barkley or Gibson, or both, and then take out. I'm assuming Mark Ingram. You can't really call this one right now because I don't know what his lineup's going to look like. I mean, figure I had probably another 10 points to the projection, and then and he only got 2 out of it. I mean, all right, it's a kicker, but whatever. I mean, look, I think looking at this as it is, obviously you're going to go with the lightning rods, but like, I don't know. I have to see what his lineup's actually going to look at.
It's a big game actually because they're both 3-3.
Yeah, you can't. I'm surprised. Yeah, 3 and 4. There's a big difference. 4 and 3 versus 3 and 4 is like a
absolutely.
Big
is there? I can't tell.
Dave's playing.
So for now, I'm just going to go with lightning rods with an asterisk that it's dependent on what Eugene puts in there. Yeah, I think that's it, right? That's everybody.
Yep.
Okay. Well, so the lock of the week and the
lock of the week is Gronki Kong over Dave. I mean, that guy's a menace. You're not going to beat him. You're just not going to beat him.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I'm being honest. I'm being straightforward. This guy's a menace.
Yeah, Geza was up. All hours of the night preparing for that game. Are you willing to put that kind of effort in?
No.
So you're not going to win.
Look,
you can't win.
It's not one on hard work or whatever. It's one. I'm going to go. You know what? Maybe I'm going to go in and win this without any effort whatsoever, and just to show you how much you wasted your week last week, as I'm just kicking back and just breezing to a win right here. It's not going to happen, but that would be nice. No, my lock of the week is I had a lock of the week. Who was it? Was it you against the Blues? No. You know what? No, my lock of the week is actually Whalers against Tilleray. I know that you don't think that's what it is, but that's what, yeah.
Ooh, in that matchup? Whoa.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm going with the lock of the week.
Mm-hmm.
My upset of the week.
So based on projections, my upset is myself versus Nick and Jamie.
Yeah. Ooh, so you'll both be 6-1, and then we'll see who has the higher point total.
No, I mean I'm gonna be Gronki Kong is gonna be 5-2.
Oh, he's gonna upset Gronki Kong?
On the upset of the week.
Without any effort, no preparation, no
preparation whatsoever. It's just gonna happen.
Okay, well, I mean, it's impossible, but good luck. You saw what he did already on Thursday night, picking out of the dumpster. Okay, good luck with that guy. I'm gonna make a new. He doubles your score.
I mean, whatever. He'll be on the podcast next week to brag as I zoom in. I'm gonna take still shots.
Of the environment around him.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna review the tape. It's like like on the old Bond things where they would like zoom in like and pinch it. All right, like unpixelate that. What does that say? Is that Schefter? Schefter. Is that where he's? Yeah, is that where he's getting the information?
You still think I picked him off the street? If that's the case, he doesn't have any desks or anything, any filing cabinets where he keeps his information.
I don't know. We'll see if it's the same guy as you brought on last year. Did you find this?
Well,
I can guarantee you it's the same guy.
And the camera around his room, and if it's the same furniture next week, he just moved it somewhere. Oh, that desk looks like yours, Manny.
I'm telling you, he's the same guy. He was blonde hair, blue eyed. I mean, that was him. This is him. What are you talking about? It's him. He just dyed his hair, and and he's a woman. What?
All right. So good luck,
All right.
everyone, this week.
Good luck.
everybody.
And good luck in soccer to everybody as we're getting into another playoff season in another center sport. For two-thirds of our announcing.
I'll see you in basketball.
Yeah, exactly. With your Kyrie stance. Where did that come from? Your stance on that issue that you clearly don't care about.
Yeah, we keep just going backwards in models that we're playing. It's going to be Barkley versus Starks.
I plan on playing with Starks. If that vote passes, I'm gonna go with the 99 Knicks. Or was Starks on the 99 Knicks, or was he only on the 94 Knicks? I don't know. Whatever. We'll find out. All right. That's it. See you next week.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
All right.
All right. Good luck, everyone.
See ya.